Welcome RPA Champions. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to extract emails from all of your LinkedIn connections. This is going to be a huge time saver. We're going to be using Microsoft Power Automate Desktop, then do a specific search on LinkedIn, extract all of those profiles, and then extract any information that we want. Email, name, company, profile, and then you can use this information for whatever other automation you want that comes after that. In the process that you're looking at right here, it's a automation that I've built, and it is extracting pretty much all of the profile from the person, their job, the skills, and all of this information. And after it has extracted all of this information, it is going to be adding it to an Excel sheet. And as I was saying, I'm going to be using this Excel sheet then for other purposes. We can see that all of this information has been added. Now, I am super excited about building this process with you. Let's dive into it right away. Let's start by opening Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. The first thing that we're going to do is create a new flow and give it a meaningful name such as LinkedIn Scraper for Connections. So once we have inputted a good name that we're going to find later on, we're going to create a flow. And remember, Microsoft Power Automate Desktop is completely free. This is a free solution available from Microsoft. It is available and works on all Windows machine. It doesn't work on Mac. Unfortunately, you will have to use something else. Anyways, once we are here with the Microsoft Power Automate Canva flow, we're going to start from the very beginning. Now, it is always good practice before starting to open a new browser and kind of prototype and test out the process that we are going to automate, just so that we don't automate extra steps that we might not need. So let's open a page. Let's go to LinkedIn and let's see what we want to scrape. So we want to scrape all of our first connections. So let's type in here, for example, to make a search. Let's search for CTO. And keep in mind that you can do the same things that I'm doing in one way or another. There's many different ways that a same thing can be achieved. So I'm going to search for people, and then I'm going to select first connections. After that, I'm going to select a location such as Italy. I'm going to add additional filters. So I'm going to click on all filters and I can add whatever filter I want. I can in the title also add, for example, AI. Now let's show the results. So we're going to be searching for CTOs, first connection, Italy, AI. Let's remove this CTO from right here, and let's just keep the AI inside of the search results. So keywords, let's remove the keywords from the link. And let's reset this link right here. All right, so we have 40 results, and my objective would be to extract all of these 40 results. I'm not going to create an automation that is going to log into LinkedIn, navigate all the different steps that I have done right here. I'm just going to take this link and start from this link right here. However, this link has to be decoded. So I'm going to decode URL and just paste the link that we have inside of the decoder, and we're going to decode our link, get the right link, and go back to Microsoft Power Automate Desktop and continue with our process. Now I can start my automation by clicking the record button, or I can add different actions from the actions pane. The actions are just the different things that we can do. So for example, launch a new instance of Chrome, click somewhere, extract some information, and so on. I'm going to put the link inside of the initial link right there, and we are going to open this to maximized. Let's save this, and this is going to be our first step. So what are we going to do? We are going to go to this page. We are going to extract the link of each one of these profile. After that, we are going to navigate to this link. We're going to click on the contact info and extract the email address or any other information from this person. In this example, we are interested in extracting the email and also the name and the LinkedIn profile and so on. Once we have created the first action, let's check out our automation and see that it works. Make sure also that you have installed, or if it's not installed automatically, the extension for Microsoft Power Automate on the browser that you are using. Make sure that it's enabled and that it's working. So this is working. So what is going to be the next step? The next step is going to be to extract all of these names from these profiles. So let's do that. So the next step, we are going to do it with the recorder. So let's open the recorder. And with the recorder, we are going to click on the record and then hover over the different buttons. Here is a little useful tip. To get the name exactly here, you can select different elements. Like for example, like you can select this anchor, you can select maybe this line right here. But it's a good tip to select the span or the innermost element, because later it's going to be easier to get the right selector. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to get this. We are going to extract the name from this, the text, and we're going to repeat this action on the item below it. By doing this, Microsoft Power Automate Desktop is going to realize that this is a list because we just have one item, and it's going to extract all elements in this list. However, I was not able to extract the HTML, so I can't see the link to this profile. So to do that, I'm going to do something else. So let's click done for right now. And we're going to get these actions that have been generated from action 1 all the way to action 4. So I'm going to delete the launch because I have created one myself, the launch new Chrome. I'm also going to delete these 2 comments and move this to the bottom. Now, once I double click on this, I'm going to get this input window. Also, at the same time, if I open the browser, and this is going to pop up with that input window open. This is going to, once it loads, is going to show me that it is extracting all of the different elements, the names from all of these different people. But we don't want the names. We want the link to the profile. So let's click on the advanced settings, and in this is the selector that has been created. So we are going to modify the selector. We're going to remove everything until a selector that says A. The A is a link. So we're going to select it or leave it like this. And right here, we're going to write href. By doing so, we're going to get the link to their profile. So that's pretty much everything that we have to do. And we are going to extract all of this information inside of this output data variable that has been automatically created from us. So we're going to visit this page, extract this information, and save it inside of the output data. Pretty easy, 2 actions. There is not that much to it. Let's run it, see if it works, and if it works, we are ready to move on to the next step. Now you can see how great and easy and quick this is, and also there's many different ways that we can do this same actions. Now let's go back to Power Automate Desktop, see if it worked. It has worked. It has managed to extract all the 10 actions. Now, to extract all of the different links, there's different ways to do that. In this example, I'm not going to be completing everything. I'm just going to do it on the first 10. However, if you want the full code that I showed you in the beginning that extracts everything and does many other features, and it's pretty stable, reach out to me and I will share the code with you or help you set it up. So let's get back to our automation. So the next step is going to be to click on each one of these profiles or visit each one of these profiles that we have extracted and get their email that is right here. Now you notice that if I click on this, we are going to go to a different link. So if I just select this link and visit this link, I'm going to go to this page right here, so that don't even have to click on the contact info to extract their email. So this example doesn't have an email address. We can try another one. All right, now that I have found a profile with an email address, let's extract this email address. So once we have our list of profiles, the next thing that we have to do is create a loop. A loop is going to cycle through each one of those profiles and do the steps that we want. We're going to be using a for each loop, and we're going to select the data output that we have created out of the list that we have extracted. So we're going to loop over those actions. And what do we want to do? We want to navigate to their profile. However, there is one little modification that we have to do, and that is we have to add a browser automation, and we have to add a go to web page right here, and add this link right here. For some reason, once we open the Chrome browser, the first time that we search for the profiles, the first connection is not being able to recognize it. So we're going to navigate to the next link and we're going to have our first connections. So we'll see how it works, and it will make more sense once we are done with our process. So the next step is going to be to extract this, or once we are here, it's going to be to go to this page right here. So let's get this overlay contact info. Let's copy it and let's add another. Go to web page. Let's add the current item right here, and let's add this to the end of the current item. So like this, we're going to visit each one of those pages. Now let's run our automation. It is good practice to run our automation as often as possible to make sure that all the different steps that we have added are working fine, so that we don't get to the end of the automation and nothing is working. So it is working. It's taking us to where we want to go. So let's see if it's going to take us to another profile. It's taking us to another profile. That's great. Our automation is working so far. And again, just a few actions and just a few steps. I highly suggest you that you follow along with me as I'm building this, so that you get a little bit more experience and a little bit more familiar with the tool if you're not already. So once we have this go to web page, the next step is going to be to extract that information that we have. So to do that, we are going to get details of element on a web page. So let's get that UI element. Let's select the UI element from right here, I believe. And you can notice that it can be in many different places, the email address, but in a way that we're going to do it right now, we're going to do it so that it is always going to work. So let's go to the selector that we have created. So right now, when we added this action and added that UI element, we created the connection between Microsoft Power Automate Desktop and the web page. This is basically a CSS selector, HTML, but we have to change it. Why do we have to change it? Because it has some dynamic elements inside of it that are not really going to work on any other element except on this one. So let's fine-tune our selector. So right here we are going to change this, and we are going to add this and change it a little bit. We're going to make it contain, and we are going to erase the email. So by doing so, we're going to look for any email on that page and we are going to extract it. By doing so, we can also remove this first selector and save our selector, and that should work. Now let's display this information that we extract. We can also save it in an Excel file, but right now we are just going to display it for practice examples. Input dialog inside of the message, we are going to add the email of that we extract. That is attribute value, default value none, and let's save this. Now let's try our automation and see if it works. So what we are doing is we are visiting a specific link. However, after that we are navigating to the same link so that we can get the first connections. We are extracting all of the first page. We are visiting the first profile. We should be going on to the contact info, which we didn't. So let's debug that on the fly. So right here it has broken, and let's try to fix this issue that we have right here. So we can see that inside of our current item we have a link that looks like this. This is not really a great link. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this a little bit. So we are going to go to this page right here. We're going to remove this right here, and after that we are going to again, there is different ways that we can do this. The first thing that comes to mind is probably to navigate to a different page, but we're going to do something different. We're going to get the details of the web page that we are on. We're going to get the current URL address, and then we're going to use this current URL address and navigate again to that link to extract that information. So let's add navigate again, go to web page, and we are going to use the web page property that we have just created with the extension that we have added. Now, in the previous process that I showed you in the beginning, I did this in a different way. I can't really remember how I did it, but this should work as well. Now, let's try our process. Fingers crossed that it is going to work. You never know with these automations. However, after quite a few automations being created, I am pretty positive, I'm pretty sure that this is going to work on the first try. So it is going to the first profile. It has gone to the profile page. Now it should visit the overlay page. Let's see if that works. That worked just fine. And now it should give me a pop-up with the email. All right, so this is the email. I just pasted it in the wrong place. And if I click OK, it should go to the next profile. Again, it should extract the contact information. It should have a pop-up, and just like I have a pop-up right now, you could be inserting it in an Excel file and so on. The process that I showed you before, it extracts a lot of information, extracts the email, the name, the location, the skills, the professions, and so on. But this is a training to show you how easy it is to use Microsoft Power Automate Desktop, and that with just a little bit of time, you can also create very strong automations that are very practical, helpful, and that can help you in all kinds of activities. This could be a sales process or a process where you're trying to extract your LinkedIn connections, but it can be pretty much anything that is manual and repetitive. Now, our process has broken here because it doesn't have an exception to manage cases where we don't have an email. But I will leave that to you to fix, and let me know if you have any issues. It is always a pleasure to show you about automation and to teach you about how to use Power Automate, AI, and other things. If you have any ideas about different processes, automations that you would like to see, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day from the RPA Champion, and keep automating.